So you can't do sales, you can't do networking or lead gen or anything else if you're focusing on the builds themselves. So once you get to the point where you're doing more than 2 or 3 builds, and those builds are 5, 10, 15K a month, that's when I would start looking for help, whether it's a VA to help you part-time or whether it's somebody that's full-time. It depends on how much money you're putting into the business and how fast you're growing your business. But when you get to that point and you're wanting to grow past that point and you're wanting to scale, then I would definitely hire more people. Now, if you're comfortable with where you're at and you like doing this, pretty much full time, you like having 2 or 3 clients a month and just kind of taking your time, then by all means do the builds. They're not hard. They're fairly easy, and once you do 2 or 3 of them, they become easier. So.
Yep, 100%. 100%. Now, we mentioned the pricing a little bit beforehand. Do you mind so we talked kind of about, I think it was not so much considering the front or, okay, let me rethink this here. I think you mentioned a third of what otherwise their total cost, gross cost would be. And would that include any, like, is that over the year? How would you do that as far as a setup fee potentially? Because you are spending a lot of dedicated time, and if you're doing that for, say $100 per month later on revenue, well, I don't know, that doesn't make sense. Is it, even if it were 500, even then, for you to spend 2 weeks to set it up without any setup fee doesn't make sense. How do you structure that? What's your recommendation on that?
Yeah, so depending on how big the build is, of course, you want to get a good chunk up front, and if you're not getting the full thing up front, I would do at least a third and then build out the other third when you're a good portion of the way through, and then the other third at turnover if you wanted to do it that way.